The real designer is the blind process of natural selection, which shapes life through countless incremental adaptations over vast periods. Richard Dawkins. These words are the fundamental rule on which all atheists based their views. Richard Dawkins, March 1941, is a British evolutionary biologist, zoologist, science communicator, and author. He is one of the most important atheists on Earth. He has authored many books that discuss the origin of creation, which achieved enormous success all around the world.
The Selfish Gene, The God Delusion, The Blind Watchmaker, The Greatest Show on Earth, The Evidence for Evolution. All of these books were successful, spread widely, and their impact remains to this day.
I was struck by the word countless in Richard Dawkins' principle. I love mathematics, partly because of my work as an architect, and that's why I enjoy looking at this principle from a mathematical angle. I won't go into other details since I'm not a specialist. Also, any hypothesis I assume in my discussion that isn't scientifically proven should, in my view, be compatible with the theory of the non-believers. I think it's fair enough. We know that living bodies, whether plant or animal, contain three compounds. 1. Carbohydrates such as sugar and starch. 2. Fatty substances such as fat and oil. 3. Proteins such as egg white albumin, meat, and cheese. The molecule in sugar, like glucose, contains 24 atoms. The molecule in fat, like triglycerides, contains 153 atoms. The molecule in protein contains 2,305 atoms.
So, most complex compounds in the living body are proteins, and the simplest are carbohydrates. The human body converts sugar into fat, and fat into sugar. However, our bodies cannot convert sugar or fat into protein. Therefore, we die after a short period if we rely solely on fat, sugar, or both for nourishment because our bodies cannot produce muscle from them.
So I thought about studying the number of possible probabilities, to form a protein molecule. To understand how to calculate that, I should give you an example.
If I say we have 3 different atoms, 1, 2, 3, how many possible probabilities are there to form a molecule consisting of 3 atoms? They are 6 possibilities. This is called in math 3 factorial. What would be the number of possibilities if there were 4 different atoms? There are 24 possibilities equals 4 factorial. We can easily compute it like that. 3 factorial is equal to 3 times 2 times 1 equals 6. 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal to 24. And so on. The Earth's volume, according to NASA's official site, is 108.321 times 10 to the 10th power. After changing it to a cubic meter, it will be 10 to 19 power. The hydrogen atomic atom volume, according to Google, is 6.2 times 10 to the minus 31 power cubic meter.
If we suppose that all the atoms exist on Earth are of the same types as the atoms that make up a protein molecule, and that the size of every atom equals the size of a hydrogen atom, then if we divide the volume of the Earth by the volume of a hydrogen atom, we will obtain the maximum number of atoms that can be placed inside the Earth, ignoring the spaces between atoms.
The result is 1.747 times 10 to 51 power.
Imagine that every atom on Earth splits itself into groups. each group consisting of 2305 atoms. These atoms unify and dissociate in an attempt to reach the shape of a protein molecule, and the group that can form this molecule stops dissociating. In this case, the total number of groups would be equal to the number of atoms divided by 2305 atoms equals 7.579 times 10 to the power of 47 groups. Note: each group has different probabilities from the other groups. Now we must calculate the total number of probabilities. (2,305) equals 9.73 times 10 to the 6,751 probabilities.
Can you imagine this number? Based on the above, for each group of atoms, the number of probabilities equals 1.28 times 10 to the 6,704 power probability.
If we suppose that each probability takes 1 femtosecond to unite and dissociate to start a new probability, then each group would end from its probabilities after. For 0.06 times 10 to the 6,681 power years.
This number of years is billions of times the age of the entire universe. We conclude from this result that Earth is absolutely not qualified to produce a single protein molecule, so can an animal or plant cell containing thousands of protein molecules be produced? Of course not. In this case, we are faced with three options.